Welcome back to the urban sports scene. It's now time for HBCU Corner. And we have a special guest today. We finally got this guest. You can catch her on multiple platforms talking all things HBCU. She goes by the name of Yardtalk HBCU. What's up and welcome to the urban sports scene.
Thank y'all for having me. Finally.
I know, right? It's been a while. We've been trying to do this for a while
Yeah,
now. You know this.
I've been retweeting and watching shows and commenting and stuff and complaining because y'all got that interview with Coach Q and you know, and I can't get it.
You still
So
working on it?
You
I'm
know we
saying
we're about the HBCU culture. We want to help each other out. That's the plan.
that's right. One of
Yeah,
the best
so
interviews I've seen. So just throw that out there.
Say it
I,
again.
And y'all know I'll be watching everybody's stuff. So just want to give y'all kudos for that.
oh,
Thank you. Thank you.
good looking. I want to ask you real quick though. We know a lot about your school. Do you know anything about our school? I'm just being honest. You probably don't.
I know what y'all talked about on the last video.
hmm Yeah. The
Um,
University of Maryland Eastern Shore. That you
right,
talking about? Yeah.
right. I know just that little part right there, but I haven't. And y'all was talking about how nice it is and stuff like that.
hmm
So, yeah.
Yeah.
And
And
so
ain't
I
yeah.
did go look to see, and it is a beautiful campus.
It's a beautiful campus. That's what it is. It's a beautiful campus. You know what's wild? Because when we got there, that's the first thing that everybody tried to preach to us was about our grass. Like our grass was nice. I was like, dang, this is the only thing you gonna preach about first? The grass?
No, it's
You
it's
know
a
how we are about our
sign.
grass now.
It's a sign that says our campus is nationally ranked. And that
Oh,
was our claim to fame. Duke was number one,
yeah.
we was number two. That was what was said when we were there. But
Yeah.
anyway, you just
And
confirmed that
then,
I gotta get our name out there. That's all I wanted to do. You know, I want
because
to start like that. But like
no,
you said,
no,
you
it's cool. So y'all say UMS, right? That's how y'all pronounce it?
Yeah,
yeah,
You mean like
UMS.
UMES.
UMS?
UMES.
Yeah. I remember Commissioner Sandra saying it like that. I was like, oh, okay, well that make that's a little catchy little way to say it.
Hey, Wole, this is terrible, bro. We gotta do better.
We
We
gotta
we
do
gonna
better,
work on it.
bro. We gotta do better. Like we can't. We gotta have everybody has to know what UMES is. Like we gotta do better.
Because Hillman was based on UMS. Anyway, I'm just joking.
No,
Ah,
I was about to say you almost got me with that one.
uh, hey, but that's another discussion because you look at the colors and all that stuff. They played Hampton. They played against the schools we played. Look, it might have been, but we're gonna move forward. You like you say, you've seen our content, so you know how we roll on Urban Sports. Typically, we start off our segment just with a homecoming question. However, on our interview with Coach Larry Scott, who's the coach at Howard, we refer to Howard as like the mecca of all HBCUs, and we received a comment basically saying that's not the case. So we're gonna start off with asking you, in your opinion, with all the historical value of these Black institutions, what school do you view as the mecca?
really? I can't say no other school. I'm gonna have to I can only go with the one that I've been enrolled in. So girl,
Really? See, we not
I
even
ain't
saying
never
our
been
school is. We
there.
being real
Look,
here.
we don't even do our school though. We don't even say our school's homecoming is the best,
Gremlin might be though.
huh?
Listen, I've been to see if I tell y'all who homecomes I've been to, then I gotta fight out here in these HBCU Twitter streets. They just got me jammed up. Cause they gonna be talking about you went to them instead of going to over here to Gremlin game. Yeah,
I want to know.
You can say your top. Give us your okay. Put up without singling one out. Give us like your top three then.
I'm gonna throw my people a bone because they need it today. um, I'm gonna say based on just what I've seen
Uh-huh.
and how FAMU is just at their regular games with their DJ, they two stepping,
Uh-huh.
and just stuff I've seen on the internet, I would have to get them top three.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And gotta give A&T credit because they are considered having the largest homecoming celebration. And I
Uh-huh.
know that has a lot to do with
Now I got to
I
deal with these
know.
A&T folks. Oh man.
Listen, they in my head today too. But just and also based on, some of the things that I've seen, as a third party as well. And then number one is the SWAC school.
It's a SWAC school. It's always
Mhm.
about the SWAC, isn't it?
Yeah, that's probably why you're here. You got that SWAC experience. We need that SWAC love. We kind of pro me. I ain't gonna lie.
We pro me at. But I'm just
Yeah,
saying though,
good for
like,
y'all. Good for
how you
y'all.
not going to mention? I mean, how you not going to
Celebration
mention
Bowl.
Howard? They have Diddy. They got Taraji. These folks come in town.
Felicia Rashad.
I thought y'all said don't mention him.
We got Claire. We have Claire. We have Claire. Now I said
Well, I
we.
don't
You know what?
like
Why am I
this
saying
direction.
we? I mean, Howard has Claire. Now I act like I went to Howard. Howard has Claire. Why am I saying we? Like I'm
Yeah,
like,
you gotta chill
like
out
I
with
went
the
to Howard.
stuff,
I got
man.
chill. Now I got chill.
Nah, we got respect her answer. That's why we asked it, and she gave a pretty good response. I know some other people out there. They got their thoughts.
I mean, we got wingdings at Eastern Shore, so that's all I need.
We got more than wingdings. We got the whole Purdue chicken farm next door. We had the best chicken tenders in life.
So, and the honey mustard's off the chain,
and the best
bro.
turkey wings.
And the honey mustard, though. Something about the
Well,
honey
y'all
mustard.
didn't have no room shortage up there.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Just walk in the backyard and get you some chicken, fresh.
Oh man! So all right, wait. So you're HBCU alum, but you share, you share with our listeners with can you share with our listeners what drives your passion for HBCU athletes in particular?
Athletics, man.
Oh, my bad. Athletics. My bad, bro.
Because quite honestly, I see the opportunity that we have to really, really get our universities as a whole off the ground and fully fund the things that we need, right, to take us to the next level. Athletics is the front door to every university, and I think that HBCUs got to stop running from that because we're leaving so much money on the table. It's ridiculous. Like, we can't keep depending on the state, because if you look at it, the states where most of our schools are not really HBCU friendly. I'm gonna say it like that. So we have to consider those things and be willing to say, okay, well, what are some other alternatives instead of just waiting for funding? Because funding takes a long time anyway. What can we do right now today to bring revenue into our university?
So what are some of your ideas for that then?
Content. We have a very, very, very minuscule digital print footprint for HBCUs as a whole. Now, Coach Prime has accelerated that, in my opinion, because he's brought us the HBCU brand through, being at Jackson State to the forefront, right? But there are 12 schools in the SWAC. It's not up to, and I think Gremlin does a good job. FAMU too. FAMU has a strong digital footprint. If you look at Skull Sparks, you'll see what I'm talking about. But we got 12 brands. Let's say it like that. 12 brands in the SWAC. And we're just letting it sit there. It makes no sense. Gremlin alone has 40,000 alumni. So just imagine if we only got a portion of those people every day tweeting, liking, commenting, sharing, 1,000 people doing that 3 times a day. That's going to help us create a market value, and that's what a lot of HBCUs really don't have.
Do you think that the MEAC and SWAC should work together more to get, for this to happen?
I mean, what would be the drawback of that? Instead of just working individually, right? You're limited in the scope of your ideas. The MEAC has some great things that they do well. So does the SWAC. So it's like iron sharpens iron. Right? So why not? Howard has a great homecoming. How do y'all facilitate that? Valley may not. They're a smaller school, of course. But we have some schools like Jackson State that are very engaged in bringing their community into the school. How do we take what they built and apply that to other schools within 100-mile radius, right? And so it's like it's the bringing together of ideas collectively that I feel like we're missing because we're so competitive and we fight over the wrong things.
Yeah. That's like society and life, to be honest with you. A lot of people in terms of like, instead of working together, they want to, do things their own, thinking that, they think doing it by themselves is going to benefit the whole cause, not knowing that if you do it together, it all works out. You know what I mean? It works out even more. You know what I mean? There's strength in numbers.
Right. Exactly. So I don't know the exact number, but just think about if Gremlin itself has 40,000 alumni. Just imagine what our 101 universities have collectively.
Definitely. All right, well, I want to get to some of your content. You're the CEO of Icon 1901 Collection. Can you tell us about it? And also tell us about some of the platforms you're on with it.
It's collective.
Almost a collective. I'm sorry, collective. Thank you. Sorry.
Yeah, and so I have had this idea that I manifested, again, going back to athletics and thinking of ways that we can help support our schools, because I'm trying to move us into this marketing space. So, of course, all this NIL stuff came about, and I said, well, who is the person or the go-to for an HBCU athlete if they want to get engaged in this NIL space? It doesn't exist. So that's kind of how I said, okay, well, and I started with Gremlin, and it just became, I had to, expand my reach, because a smaller school may not have a big alumni base that'll, put money and resources into this particular project. But if I can, through my company, partner with, I don't want to say no names, but this particular business, and when I go to them, I say, hey, I want you to do a fair deal for all HBCUs. There again, the mindset, collectively, we are stronger. So that's kind of how it works.
And you're on YouTube, right? And it's on YouTube too, right? I caught the episode. It was dope. I caught it. Y'all talking about NIL. I thought it was dope. Yeah. I liked it.
And shout out to the people that
I broke it down too, like the way you did it was you broke it down for the basic, just to the basics, so the lay audience can understand, which I do appreciate.
Yep, and we're on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. Yeah. Since you asked that question, I didn't answer it.
It's all good. No, I'm all for it. I told you I'm going to support you. I told you this.
And it's so funny, y'all, because I have to exist in that space and the Yardtalk HBCU space. But
I want to talk about that too. Like the new podcast supposed to drop. You know what I'm saying? What's the plan?
Man, I swear to y'all, last minute, I got a phone call saying, hey, we want to produce your show. I have content ready right now that I have been working on, on my own. Because I'm like, I'm going to do this regardless. If I got to spend money, which I did, whatever, I'm like, I can't wait any longer. So last minute, got a phone call. So now it's been pushed back. But I have a meeting tomorrow to finalize everything and get the marketing and stuff out. And so it should be coming within the next 2 weeks. Because if not, I'm going to be like, don't worry about it. I got it. I ain't finna keep waiting. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what's up.
Yeah.
I ain't got time to be waiting. I'm leaving money on the table myself.
Definitely. And we talking about the Yard. Make sure our listeners know it's the Yardtalk HBCU podcast, right? We'll make sure they know.
Yep.
I will make sure
That's
they know.
Right.
All right, cool.
Yeah, you be wanting all the smoke on Twitter. People be coming for you, but you be going right back at her. I'm like, dang. I ain't messing with her. I don't never debate. I just like it. You know what I'm saying? So I can't wait to see what your podcast gonna look like.
Man, listen, I don't be trying to look. I'm not trying to change minds. I just want people to think about what they actually, what they consider truth or fact. That's it.
Gotcha.
Now, if they want to debate,
You doing your thing. I appreciate it. That's why we got you here. You like an expert. You also know the history, which I love. So I want to ask you this. It's clear. You just mentioned Coach Prime at Jackson State. They're garnering the most attention on like the mainstream level, thanks to people like Nick Saban. Of course, you had the SI cover, which was dope. But like, in your opinion, which institution, school, or another football program would you say is right there with Jackson State in terms of marketability or popularity, or has the potential that will soon command wider spread coverage?
Gotta go Gremlin on that one, and then FAMU's a close second.
Okay.
And the reason why, and close third. And the reason why I say that is because if you look at everything Coach Hugh has done since that's been happening at Gremlin since he's gotten there, we were ranked in the FCS for our recruiting class. I think Jackson State was 1 or 2, and we were number 5. Okay, just since December now. And of course, being an NFL, a former NFL coach, doesn't hurt at all. And then you have the Urban Edge Network, HBCU League Pass Plus deal that I can't really say what I want to say, but y'all will see when it drops as far as the receipts on it. And then you have the Athlete, which is, it's going to be paying a salary to each student. And if you look at any videos on Gremlin page, they have thousands and thousands and thousands of views. Like Coach Hugh just went viral for doing a backwards 2-step. So it's like and quite honestly, I've been in a lot of Twitter spaces and stuff, and they say, man, we see Gremlin everywhere. It's like, their social media presence is strong. So, and then, and like I said, close third, FAMU for sure.
Yeah, I forgot to ask you. We forgot to talk about Art Browse. We know that was a discussion for many weeks back.
Yeah, we hated that.
That first drop. So we ain't gonna go there today. But
we ain't going there.
Listen. It is what it is.
Exactly. It is what it is.
Hey, I think that really is what made Gremlin like come out of the darkness. Even though it was, very, strong opinions on both sides. But that's what I mean. The digital footprint is strong. So good or bad? No.
Y'all gonna have me jump in this thing about Art Browse.
Don't do it today. Don't do it.
I was for it. I was for it. I was for it.
I'm not catching no strays for nobody.
I'm just saying, they can hear me. I was for it. I'm always about to smoke. You know me, Ray. So I was for it. Don't put it that way. I was for it. I'll say I was for it, and we can leave it like that. I was for it, and we can leave it like that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna let Hugh Jackson run his program how you want to.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
I'm surprised you even mentioned South Carolina State.
They don't. As far as what?
In terms of HBCU, you talking about the HBCU program?
They're not there in terms of like widespread coverage. I don't think
I know they're not. I know.
They have a very core fan base. Their alumni is amazing, in terms of just comparisons to other HBCUs in the area, especially. But they're not there yet, though.
Yeah, of course not. Yeah, they're not. Prime is like holding it down for real, though. Like Prime is definitely holding it down.
But here's the thing: you ain't got to be like Coach Prime. You can do the basic fundamental stuff. Like some of these schools don't even post. I made a comment the other day. Some of them have not made a post since the spring game. That's unacceptable.
I agree.
Listen, if Coach Pugh did a video right now, he ain't gotta be talking about football. Right? He could be outside. I don't know if he is a grilling man or not. He could have his South Carolina Bulldog shirt on, or whatever. Be outside grilling, cooking some steaks, some burgers. It's gonna do numbers. Just a normal thing we do in the Black community. To seeing one of our pillars do it, it's going to be like, it's gonna be viral. And that's what I'm saying. Like, it don't have to be all of these fireworks, right? Cool. That's not what we're looking for. We are looking to see, oh my goodness, I'm seeing some of my heroes in a very human way, and that is attractive to people. And I think South Carolina State, listen, if they ever bridge those two worlds between how great they are and their digital footprint, they're gonna be unstoppable.
I'm with you.
They can already recruit. So I mean,
no, you're right, because it's wild that you say that, because I know just even like just promoting the stuff that we do, you know what I mean, and looking for like social media accounts and seeing what content people are putting out there. You have some of them, not putting any names out there, that haven't produced any type of content for like a year or two, man. It's you look at it and you're like, come on now, like you gotta promote your brand. You gotta promote your brand. You got all institutions that do this.
We got 12 brands in the SWAC.
Yeah. See,
we gotta start. Mm-hmm.
You talk about money. Obviously, just more has to be invested. We had somebody on our show. Remember, we were talking about Howard Athletics. They were saying it's a shame that Howard still has the same sports facilities. Like they need to invest. So it's across the board, and that's where the biggest issue lies with the MEAC is marketing. To be honest with you, that's why the SWAC definitely has the MEAC beat. Even though we got y'all in the Celebration Bowl, but in terms of marketability, that's the biggest issue that the MEAC faces. So you're right, but with the digital platforms, I think with Byron Allen doing his thing, it's growing. We can do more.
But to the point, but it's not even like the thing is not even like to do a social media rollout or plan like that, or just create content. It really doesn't have to take that much money, to what she's saying. Like nowadays with smartphones and you can do just something. You got to put yourself out there on the platform to a point where you are promoting your brand. You don't have to, like, we got kids who putting out stuff more than these institutions. To be real, kids are putting out more content institutions. They don't got no money. All you need is your iPhone, and you can do
Coach Pugh a TikTok. We're gonna give Coach Pugh a TikTok.
I'm not saying I'm not even putting him out there. I'm just saying you'd be amazed when you
did a two-step.
Yeah, which you would be amazed that when you go searching some of our HBCUs, and then you look at the last time something was posted, and I'll use Twitter as an example. You're gonna scratch your head and you're gonna be like, or just go on Facebook and look at some of these programs not having pages, like not having a football team page or a baseball team page or a basketball team page. And we're talking about teams that are decent. You're going to be like, oh. And that's not a money thing. That's not a money thing. That's not a money thing, bro. That's not a money thing.
Yeah.
But then they wonder why nobody cares about the fact that they won a championship.
This is true.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
You kind of hit on that too.
I'm gonna let you know, we the only school in the SWAC that got a Celebration Bowl win. Okay, I don't care whenever y'all get done talking about all this and that. Y'all, anything y'all say about the Celebration Bowl, we coming. Okay,
we coming. You said we coming.
We earned it right.
Coach Q holding that down for the MEAC though. Coach Q holding that down for the MEAC.
Let's go.
Coach
hey, I love it. I love it. But everybody's a winner at the end of the day. That's what the whole point is.
That's a fact.
HBCUs as a whole, we're going to win. So I just want to go to the next question, because I've seen your recent thoughts on revenue, including TV deals and ticket sales. And correct me if I'm wrong, but it sounds like you're advocating for higher ticket prices, right? For increased profit and revenue. Do you think that's the correct move, considering our current economic state, gas prices, inflation? Also, is that possible for the smaller programs?
I think so. And quite honestly, I don't think we're saying, I'm not advocating for like doubling ticket prices. But as HBCU alums, we got to be honest and say that we, with our dollars, are devaluing our institutions. We getting 3 hours of entertainment from our football team, and that's how many players. Let's just say 63, because that's how many scholarships they give. Bare minimum 63. Bands have 200 to 300 kids, right? Then you throw in the cheerleaders. You throw in the dance team. You throw in the mascot. Where else can you get 3 hours of entertainment from such a large group of I'm gonna say students. I was gonna say professionals for about $20. Where can you find that at? Name another example of a production that involves that amount of people. That's about $20 for 3 hours. You can't even go to the movies for that, really.
True.
You can't.
And your 3-hour movie is gonna be more.
I was just at a movie yesterday. Yeah, you're right.
Well,
I mean,
so with the market, with increased marketing, which y'all kind of talking about, would that help? Even if the ticket price were the same, you get more people if you market correctly.
who are we marketing to? Is a question.
You said it, the community, right? Of course, your alumni.
But I think it's twofold because it's like you have to build it because you can't do what you've been doing before and raise the ticket price.
Yeah.
That's not fair.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Somebody made comments and said, well, the game day experience needs to be better, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
So do the work to make because the band coming anyway. The dancer's gonna be there anyway. The mascot, everybody that was there last year gonna be there this year as far as entertainment value. Just make it better. Somebody mentioned simple stuff like we got more than two fight songs. Can we get this spirit song put in there and stuff like that? So it can't just be raise the ticket price and then do this have the same old that they were used to, because then that's gonna make people mad, turn people off, and make them not want to come.
Yeah, I think partnering with professional leagues, because right now HBCU is a hot topic, and these clearly like the NBA, the NFL, they want to be part of this because it looks good on their part. So if you partner with the NFL franchise, for example, say we want to use your stadium for our game, we're gonna bring the band, we're gonna bring all of what you're saying. I think that'll help as well, and it probably will benefit the team just as much as it'll benefit the university. It's a win-win for everybody. So it won't be like this financial burden. It's going to be more of a blessing. You know what I'm saying? I think that's just one strategy that people should think about, especially depending on where you're located. Like Georgia's a prime spot, man. That's what the Falcons are all about. But I want to see it grow. Like I said, it's moving in the right direction. I think you make extremely valid points. Go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you something that Coach Hugh, I don't know if y'all caught this video. He said it very plainly. Y'all say we not out here because they're doing their camps and stuff. And so they had some satellite camps, which means they went to them.
Yeah.
That's important because that's how you build community and get buy-in for your university. Right? They went to Shreveport and I think Lake Charles, or they may have Lake Charles coming up. That's how you get people to reinvest, because you can say, hey, I'm here. You asked me to come. I did my part. Now I need you to do your part. You build relationships in the communities with the coach. There's not a coach in America that if they get a phone call and say, hey, can you bring your football team to the game on Saturday? Nobody's going to tell you. Nobody's going to say no. So you think about, let's just say Gremlin. I don't know how familiar y'all are with Louisiana. But Gremlin's right there at the top, the border between, and then you have the Arkansas border right there, which is where I'm from.
Okay.
You have within 100-mile radius a lot of schools. It's time for Gremlin to cross that border, right? Gremlin's 70 miles away from my hometown.
Oh, wow.
They get FBS offers all the time out of their school. You see what I'm saying? It's about, like I said, expanding the digital footprint, but the actual footprint as well. Because they're going to come. They want to see. But you got to pick up the phone and build those relationships. And Coach Hugh is doing that. And go back to what you said, Ray, your community. But we've been surviving on the loyalty factor
for so long
to fill our stands for decades. People want a little bit more. And you can debate all day whether they asking too much or whatever. But I'm just saying, where we are right now, it can be justified, but you have to do your part too.
I agree. I think that I think that's the same for all HBCUs. Like you gotta, a lot of HBCUs are trying to live off their name and loyalty. It's true. But you need to also put in the work. You can't just say, I think, Ray, we had Coach came on the show not too long, a while back, kind of preached that. Coach I'm talking about. I forgot his whole name.
What school?
No, not from school, from radio.
Oh. Coach, what, Butch?
Butch, yeah.
Yeah.
He's pretty much preached that about how, you got to put in the work to get these kids or get this attention or get these, get kids to come and show out. And I do agree with that. A lot of times you look at the name of like a Gremlin, a Howard, FAMU, schools like this, and you like that name alone, but you can also put in the work to get these kids engaged and like the one to come there and want to put in the work and build that, build that environment. You just gotta have to put in the work too. And just like you mentioned, like there's so many different things, social media, and like you said, like physically going out there and doing things. That's why we all like what Prime's doing. I like what Hugh Jackson's doing. Like Hugh Jackson pretty much made a whole rollout plan of how he's trying to engage and bring kids to Gremlin. Like, being on I think I want to say he was on The Pivot. He was on all these other shows out there. He's doing this. He's not just doing it, just doing it just for himself. He's doing it to get the word out about Gremlin. You see it. Like that's the main thing, to get the word out about his school and his program. So he's doing these rollout plans, doing these radio tours, doing these TV tours. Like he knows what he's doing. He's trying to build the culture in Gremlin. If a lot of these HBCUs did the same thing, and some people have the individuals to do it, I think a lot of them are doing it. So I'm not saying that they're not, but there's a lot. If we all do this as a whole, it just builds up everything within what this HBCU movement is all about.
Yep, I agree. And it goes back to what you said about working together. That's the easiest way to do it online.
Yes.
Listen, I gotta give you flowers because you posted something one day that said something to the effect of, if you went to HBCU but it's not in your bio, then don't even talk to me. I was like, dang. So I had to like add mine. I was like, let me make sure I add.
Dang,
also, all this discussion, I'm criticizing it.
Let me go back.
I'm constructively criticizing the schools too. I'm like, wait a minute. As an alum, I don't do my part. I mean, Wole, when last time you might have been back since I haven't been back.
I've been homecoming a few times.
I'm talking about our campus is nice, but I ain't need to step foot on it in a while. So I gotta be better. So I'm going to take accountability. And since you here, I'm gonna try to be better doing my part.
Do y'all have an official school hashtag?
We kinda do.
Kinda.
You see what I'm saying? When you see that Gram fam, you know what's up.
That's it. We do. We got Hawk Pride. Let me take that. We got Hawk Pride. That's our hashtag.
Yeah, on Twitter it's not that.
It's not as big though.
Instagram and Facebook is definitely a good hashtag, but not on. We won't have a good Twitter presence. That's what I'm saying. Like
maybe
that's our job.
To your point, it's like to your point about. But see, it goes back to. We talk, man. I'm not going to crap on my school because I'm not going to do that. But it goes back to what we talking about. Social media platform, like even that, it's like
that it's on us.
On Twitter, it's not. I don't want to say like on Instagram, it's pretty. I think Instagram is pretty. It's pretty dope. Facebook is not a hashtag. The alumni presence on that's pretty dope. Well. But on Twitter, like the hashtags and it could be better. That's
what we gotta do. We gotta do it. And
better, man.
We gotta thank Yardtalk HBCU for that. So we fans definitely.
Oh yeah, definitely. Hey, before we let you go, is there anything you like to
add? HBCUs that's out there hiding, come find me on Twitter. Listen, I'll be retweeting I don't care if you are if it's 2 people that's enrolled at your school. I retweet everybody's stuff.
She does.
D2, NA, IA, like I want to show love to everybody. You guys have a market too. Okay? CIAA. CIAC, all y'all over there. Hey, come on in and let's do this thing. I want to support y'all too. It's not just about the SWAC.
Yeah, she's not just saying that too. She's real about that. She ain't just saying that. You know what I mean? She's real about that. She's very consistent too about that, folks. If you watching this, she's very consistent about that. That's not just a one-day post thing. That's an everyday post thing. I'm gonna use my DMV lingo. That's an everyday post thing. So, so make sure y'all know this. You know what I'm saying?
And very, very last thing. Get in contact. Get your content on HBCU Lead Pass Plus so you can start getting some money for your school. Okay? I don't want to go into a long, drawn out conversation about it, but the money is already there. Get your contract so you can get that paper.
She got me thinking already. See, now I'm thinking.
I've been thinking. You know, this is just causing me to further ponder everything. But it's dope stuff. Looking forward to just all the content you're gonna be putting out there in the future. Hopefully, you can invite us on when you blow up. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget about us.
Yeah. I just want to make sure you tell me when that podcast drops, so I can already, hit the subscribe button ASAP. Hit that little ad button. I
already subscribed. You can subscribe now.
No, that's on the YouTube.
On YouTube.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about. I'm talking about. She know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about. She's talking about Yardtalk. Yard
That's what
Talk.
I was talking about.
No, I'm talking about the podcast version, like the Apple, whatever.
Can't you tell them you can subscribe now?
I already subscribed that already. Ray already did that already. I'm not even talking about that. I'm done with that, bro. I did that. I did that. I saw the promo video and everything. I'm hip, bro.
Oh, I bet, bro. You know
I'm hip.
My bad.
What y'all doing for the summer for the show?
Huh? You got a promo video? Huh? Say again.
What are y'all gonna be doing for Urban's Voice for the summer? What y'all got coming up?
Ooh, man, I'm trying to get the goal next. One of the goals is to get an alum from Gremlin. I want to get Doug Williams. That's on my list.
Okay.
But we gonna be on campuses. We've been invited already. It's just a matter of getting it, So we probably gonna start close to home in Howard though.
Yeah.
But Delaware State definitely
Delaware State, yeah, we trying to do some stuff on campus like Delaware State.
We're about to do our HBCU tour. Summer is woo.
Yeah, we try and keep it lit.
Be nice. But I'll say spring more than summer. The summer is going to set the stage for the spring. That's what I'm gonna say.
And we're also working on trying to get now he was at Bowie State. He's the football coach at Bowie State, but
Morgan State.
Now he's at Morgan State. So,
it's coming. We gonna stay with the concept.
Oh yeah. Hey, listen. Have y'all been looking and seeing what they've been doing on their social media?
Who? Morgan State.
Yeah, I don't think they playing.
No, they playing. They working. They working. See, like I'm talking about, they working. They hype about that acquisition, and they are working it. Like I give them credit again. Like the Morgan State working it. He's everywhere, and they're doing a good job in terms of promoting that hire, and he's doing a good job in terms of promoting the brand of Morgan State. But he did a good job in Bowie State too. Bowie State did a good job,
right.
With him too. So I mean, he's a big hire though. I don't know the circles in terms of like all the collegiate football, but definitely in an HBCU school, he's a big hire. So definitely, I'm glad he's getting treated right. I'm glad he's getting treated right with that attention, because definitely it's well deserved.
Go back to my point about Coach Pugh, but I know I gotta go.
I'm not even. I'm here with you, so I'm just letting you know. Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
I mean, he's one of the last Mohicans. You feel me?
Yeah, he is. He knows what he is in terms of what he represents in terms of HBCU football. He knows what he represents, and he knows like the lineage he has. The players he's produced. The program. It's not a joke. So yeah, I mean, I feel like anything, it's more on. Communications or whatever. It's more his PR team, his media reps. Like they gotta make sure they hammer that in to say, you know what, this is what it is. Like you gotta be on nonstop.
Love Coach Pugh, man.
Well, maybe they'll see the video. Then look and say, who is this crazy girl talking? Like she know what's going on. She don't know nothing. And then all of a sudden they looking on my Twitter and then they're like, oh well, let me.
Oh, they gonna love you. Don't get twisted. They gonna love you. Don't do that. They gonna love you. Don't do that.
Yeah, hopefully we get that Grand Fam love after this. Hey, just maybe. We don't want to be adopted. We already kind of adopted at Howard. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna work on our stuff.
You said we're gonna get adopted at Howard. That's what's up.
We are kind of adopted at Howard.
I said we, earlier, like I went out. You already know.
I see you.
All right. Well, thanks for being on. We appreciate you, and hope to have you on again. And again, let us know when it drop. All right, let us know.
Got you.
All right.
All right, y'all.